Hello, what we have here is the Red Wing Brogue Ranger. This is one of Red Wing's Heritage Line boots, which are handmade in the United States in Red Wing, Minnesota. Red Wing is an American footwear company, which is of course based in Red Wing, and was founded by Charles Beckman in 1905. This particular boot is style 8126, or the Brogue Ranger, and it's a part of the Iron Ranger family, similar in design and construction, but featuring different leather than what is found in the Iron Rangers, and having a couple key design differences. This boot in particular, Red Wing says, is designed to be used for walking in wetlands and bogs, and it has that functional style in mind, with the Brogue perforations in the toe, the chaparral leather, which I will describe in a little bit, as well as the Nitrile Cork sole, which is attached to the shoe with a Goodyear Welt construction. The Brogue style is originally from Ireland and Scotland, and initially it was worn by farmers and gamekeepers, but the design is definitely dressier for a work boot style, and is kind of a tweak on the basic Iron Ranger design, which is very rugged and purposeful, but definitely just a work boot. This is a little dressier, and could be worn in a dressier, more formal situation. The chaparral leather is polished. It's a fully finished leather. It's a leather that the grains aren't visible at all. As you can see, has a nice shine to it. Very consistent color throughout the whole boot. It's a very sort of plain brown color, actually, kind of a light tannish brown. The construction of the boot is all done in the United States and by craftsmen, and that's definitely the appeal of these heritage Red Wing boots, is the level of craftsmanship that you get in them. It doesn't actually even come with a footbed, although that is something that a lot of people do. Very simple branding, this little Red Wing tag in there, and that's it. And of course in the sole too. The welt construction is something I can explain real quick. A welt is basically a strip of material. In this case, looks like it's leather and a piece of wood that's stitched to the upper and the insole of a shoe as an attach point for the uppers and the bottom outsole. The space enclosed by the welt is filled with cork and or some other kind of cushy, porous material suitable for walking on. And the specific welt construction in this boot, the Goodyear welt construction, is a reference to Charles Goodyear Jr., who invented this style of welt in 1869. The value of this kind of welt, first of all, is that obviously the shoe can be resold by a cobbler, or Red Wing themselves will do the work for you if you want to. You could support a local guy, or you could send it back to the factory. So theoretically, you could get a lot of life out of these boots. The leather is tanned by Red Wing, and is a robust, sturdy leather that's water resistant because it's fully finished. And the cork sole is oil resistant, and could be replaced as one big unit. I'll show you a quick picture of the Goodyear Welt. The advantage of a Goodyear Welt is that you have basically a very unified method of constructing the boot, so that there's no places where it's going to wear out in one spot in particular as a result of the construction. It's not like it's depending on glue or something to hold the shoe together. Here's a picture of welt construction. The welt is actually the thing that the stitching is in on the outside of the shoe that's attaching the insole to the leather. This is some leather here that's attached to the insole, and the insole, of course, is attached to the outsole. And so you have a very sturdy design that is also able to be repaired. Now, I'll be honest, I'm going to be probably returning these boots and getting a pair of Iron Rangers or maybe Wolverine 1,000-mile boots, just because the finished leather here, the chaparral leather, is kind of bland in my opinion. In fact, it's almost plasticky looking. This is probably a little unfair on my part. I should give them a chance to break in and see if they'll look better. But honestly, I'm looking for probably an oil-tanned leather that the grains are showing, and even if it's a little less dressy, it will probably be easier to see the graceful aging that happens with leather in a quality pair of boots over time. But the construction and the idea behind these boots, of course, is impeccable, and a nice variation on the Iron Ranger boot, and a very interesting boot in its own right. It's kind of uncommon to get a boot that has traditional construction, is rock solid, and is dressy as well. The particular tanning of this leather just doesn't resonate with me, and so I'll probably be looking for something else. But I can't fault the boot as far as its objective qualities go. Thanks a lot.